All right, Brady, you've seen quite a bit of Michigan so far. You've seen a bit of Ohio State so far, but looking particularly at Michigan,
Yeah.
what do you think that they bring to the table in this particular game?
I think the physicality. No one's going to question their toughness on either side of the line. Their offensive line, in my opinion, is the best in the country. I know they won their award last year, but I think this group's played even better. Defensively, they lost some stars on the edges, and Aiden Hutchinson, David Jabo, Daxton Hill, kind of playing in their secondary as well. And they've been able to replace all of that production with some talented players in a group that's playing just as good, if not better, than what they were last year. So I think really almost having the exact same identity or blueprint of what they were a year ago. The only difference is probably the J.J. McCarthy factor and his ability to run.
Now, speaking of J.J., you are someone who played the quarterback position. You've watched him have this year. Where do you think he is at in his development? And if J.J. has to be able to take over a game, are you confident that he can do it? Are you not? What are your thoughts about his game?
I'm confident in his skill set. He's an incredible athlete. He definitely does add as a dual threat quarterback to the rushing attack. I think he's a good decision maker. I think he takes care of the football. He's got plenty of arm strength. He can throw the ball with different arm angles. They just haven't asked him to do that. He hasn't really had to do that this year. This is the game that I think he's going to have to, especially not knowing the status of Blake Corum, how healthy he's going to be, Donovan Edwards as well, for that matter. And so it's going to be a big test for him, and I think this year's really built up to that on offense for him in this game.
Can Michigan, in your eyes, if say Blake Corum either doesn't go or is severely limited, would they have an opportunity, do you think, in your eyes, to still be able to beat Ohio State?
Yeah, I think a rivalry game like this, there's always a shot. We've seen all kinds of stuff happen in college football this year. So if Blake can't go, if Donovan can't go, it's C.J. Stokes stepping up as a freshman running back, and it's J.J. McCarthy probably having to add more sort of that rushing attack than he's had to this year. And like I said, that doesn't change anything on the offensive line. Now I know they're a little banged up up front too, and that'll play a factor. But this group, the way they played defensively, the way they've been able to run the football with that offensive front, is still going to be able to keep them in the ballgame.
So last question for you, because I know you're limited on time, but Michigan wins the game if blank?
Michigan wins the game if they take care of the football and they rush for almost 300 yards like they did last year versus Ohio State up in Ann Arbor.
All right. Thank you, Brady.
Yeah, thank you.